what's up, you guys? This is Caleb Sean McCampbell, back again with you guys. Hey, so I want to give you a tutorial of Transformation Worship's Overflow. I had the honor of being the music director at the church during this time when we were recording this music, and it was a great time, great recording, great musicians, great just everything. It was really, really, really awesome. And so, yeah, I had the honor of being a music director, being a part of the production process, arranging, all of that with this song. And so I know it through and through, in and out. So I'm gonna hope to bring some perspective to this song for you guys, and for all you keys players out there. There's a lot of things and a lot of very specific sections and things like that that I think that you'll find this really helpful as you listen to. So at the top of the song, there's just it's guitar, right? So if you don't have a guitar player, or if you don't have the stems and you don't have the resources or any of that right there, right? But ideally, you would have a guitar player. But if you don't, then starting off, you want to be able to mimic this rhythmic deal that's happening right now. So on piano is a percussive instrument, right? So don't be fooled by that. You can accomplish the same types of things, even though it's a different instrument. You can be rhythmic and you can still accomplish the same vibe and get the general vibe there. So in this intro, you have a strumming pattern. Right, that's the pattern that's happening there. Chord changes that are happening are the chords of 4, 5, 1, but in your root you have a 4/6, 5/7, and then a 1 chord, right? So how do we emulate that pattern that's happening there, right, without an actual strum instrument, right? What you can do is you have to just be more percussive and find that space, find the pattern that matches. So what I would do is I would be like, whistle. Now again, the timing of that, you might have to sit with that for a second, but so slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start slow. Work your way into it. Missed that chord. Right? I'll change that voicing up for a little simpler, right? More triad. The other one I was doing had that 2 in there. Right, so that's what you want to do. Work that out, take your time, and you don't have to do that exact pattern. I think that's the best way to do it. But you can also or you can the problem with that, and I say problem, but the challenge is that you're trying to mimic that same space, and a lot of times where you're starting at in the measure 1, 2, 3, it can sound more elongated, or it can sound misplaced if you're not filling in that rhythmic pattern. It's almost like you hear a snare, almost like country music. That you want to fill that space rhythmically. So use that to your advantage. Again, the piano is a very percussive instrument. Don't limit yourself to just playing chords and just basic rhythms. Spend the time to work out things. There are exercises and things that you can do to help yourself out with rhythmic things and to be more intentional, to be more percussive. Using your wrists, practicing just a little basic thing. You can just sit down and practice a triad with both hands. It gives you more bouncing. And then you can do, I'm just doing this example again. Just bouncing. This is just a E major triad in both hands. Something like that, simple. So you get more comfortable. And there's, things that you can do with your fingers. I'm doing a 5, Those things can really help you out. So that's the intro, right? Then you have the verse, right? So in this try, I never did that. Right? And I would stay up here in this kind of mid-range. 1, 2, 3 in this try. 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 5. Right? That's it. That's the basic chord change for that first part, right? So in the we need more than just your hand. We need your repeats. You're like, what was that he just did? Just some rhythmic things, you know, like, especially if you don't have, again, you don't have a guitar player, you don't have a bunch of instruments, maybe it's just you, bass player and drummer. This song would be generally, and I can say this as one of the people who's a part of it, it's a busier song, right? It's a song you're like, that's a lot going on. But it comes together with all the instruments. But if you want to fill that space, I'm not saying be busy like to the extremist extent of that word, but you know it's okay to fill those spaces with rhythm.